There's dozens of people had to evacuate their homes in Sheboygan County after a construction crew hit a gas pipeline.
Tonight, though, we're learning some residents are slowly being allowed back into their homes. 4 people ended up going to the hospital. So this happened in the town of Mitchell, just outside of Cascade. Stephanie Quirk is live at the Cascade Fire Department, where many of those people were first told to evacuate tonight.
Yeah, guys, we actually just got an update from the sheriff's office. They said that 2 homes were damaged from this incident and that those homes will not be habitable tonight. We're also learning that crews are finally being allowed back to where this actually happened to investigate what all went down.
My house with my dog, and all of a sudden I heard this loud noise, and it was continual, like earth moving noise.
When Ken Sontag walked outside his home Friday afternoon, this is what he saw.
When I saw it was even more incredible. The dust cloud was huge, hundreds of feet in the air.
He's the man behind the camera of this video, taken moments after a gas line ruptured about a quarter mile away from his home in the town of Mitchell. Cascade Fire Department says it happened after an excavating crew struck a natural gas line just west of the village.
A lot of dust and smoke in the air, and it continued for quite a while. Then I got evacuated from my house.
Dozens were told to evacuate.
Hey, like, cops are here, gotta go, it's just, I think they literally went down the streets and just kind of, hey, gotta leave, gotta go.
And 4 people were sent to the hospital, but are expected to be okay.
We had first responders from 17 fire departments that, dropped everything that they were doing to come help our community.
And tonight, good news is the sheriff's office says there is no further risk to the community at this point, but Trio Lane will remain closed for tonight and throughout this investigation. Reporting live in Sheboygan County, Stephanie Quirk, FOX 6 News.
All right, Steph, we're just getting some new information, too. We knew that contractors were involved. We now have learned what company that is. We've learned it's Spectrum, sending out this statement from their parent company, Charter, saying safety is a top concern and our team is actively engaged to provide support. We will work with authorities to determine the root cause of today's incident involving our contractor. I did ask the company, how are the employees doing tonight? And the company obviously left that out of the statement.
Yeah, Steph, but let's talk about the initial reports, though, was that there was an explosion. And now we know that was not true.
Yeah, that's right. There was conflicting reports because we were initially told from the sheriff's office that there was reports of an explosion, but then we heard from the energy company in relation to this that an explosion did not happen. Take a listen to what the sheriff had to say about those.
Initial reports, we got a phone call. Our emergency communication center started receiving phone calls at approximately 1:18 p.m. this afternoon with reports of an explosion. Now, whether or not there was or wasn't remains to be seen at this point, but that was our initial reports from the citizens in the area.
And the good news is tonight that a lot of people are being told they can safely return to their homes. Of course, the question we don't know is really how this all happened, what really happened. I think that the investigation will reveal that, and we'll update you guys when we hear more.
Yeah, I know it's not an explosion, but you got to think this is a high pressurized pipe that has suddenly burst. So I'm sure for the people in the area,
they heard something.
Totally understand. It must have been a very loud pop. I mean, that's what you've been hearing, right, Steph?
Oh, yeah. From, that man we spoke to that you saw just in that story, he said it was just a loud, unearthly noise, he said, that started and did not stop for a while, in fact. And then other people in the area said it sounded like something happened, a giant explosion.
All right, and we did speak with We Energies about what happened. Again, it's not their pipeline, but they did explain what exactly this pipeline serves.
Yeah, so an interstate pipeline, which is what it appears was hit in this situation, is just kind of like it sounds. It carries, much like the interstate system for our cars, it carries natural gas across the country, and then it sends it into our system, our distribution system. We then lower the pressure because it comes at a very high pressure. We actually add in a chemical called mercaptan. That's what creates that smell. So oftentimes in the interstate system, it does not have any smell. We add that smell in for safety reasons, and then we distribute the gas to our customers to do things like run their stoves, heat their hot water, their homes, those type of things.
Thought that was interesting. I mean, he's talking about how pressurized it is.
Exactly.
Very, like they have to lower the pressure because again, the company is coming out of Canada. I mean, these pipelines go all the way up into Canada.
I'm thinking pressure cooker, like you have on your stove and you take that little top off and
pops
there.
So a lot of questions though that obviously we're asked. How do they not know, those contractors, that there was this giant pipeline?
Always, We Energy says call before you dig, and that is for contractors as well. Stephanie Quirk, thank you so much.